I need to know what you think of this video, of what this man did to this little girl. I'm just going to play it.
She's not listening. I've done this before. Leave Super Nanny. Go with Mommy now. Go now. Yes. I'm going to get you. Go. Go. Before I chase you. Go. Go. Run. Run. I'm coming for you. Run. Run away now. Fast. Faster. And don't come back. You go. See what I mean? It works.
You can see some of the comments scrolling by the screen, and if you want to read them, I'll do some still shots, but you can pause the video to read them. This is a random jackass guy. I don't know if you guys remember that show Jackass, where they would do stupid things. I think they were like on MTV or something, and they would pull pranks and things like that. And okay, fine, well, pull pranks. Terrorizing a small child is not a prank. And he's chuffed about it. Like, he's all like, you know, excited about it. And I think for me, the most horrifying part of it, aside from the heartbreak of listening to that child who is crying in terror, she is in an absolute panic, in terror. And I don't know if it's the mother or the friend who grabs the child's hand and then, you know, puts the child's now in, she didn't put the child, I don't think. The child's now in front of her, running in terror. And those pieces of garbage, the mother and whoever the other woman is, neither one of them picks up that child, consoles that child, protects that child. Neither one of them confronts him. And I know, okay, maybe you're in shock, maybe you don't know what to do in the moment. However, not picking up your child out of instinctual protection tells a story on its own. I just don't even know why we are allowing this garbage on the internet that emboldens these pieces of human trash to do things like this in the first place. What a bully, what a disgusting excuse of a human being this is. Nobody around intervened and said, man, what are you doing? That's a little child. And I don't care. I'd rather receive a beat down and risk that than allow somebody to harm a child like that. That child is going to carry that moment with her, I think, for the whole rest of her life. I hope not. Listen, I would love to be wrong. I know I'm not. I know I'm not, because that was such a traumatic event for that child. You don't see her face because I'm blocking out her face. I saw her face. You hear her cries. And there's more. And I don't know what the fuck is up with these parents who don't stand up for their children. What the hell? Watch this one. He's so smug. I wonder what he would be diagnosable as. And we don't know what the rest of the video looked like, but we do know that it doesn't seem like there's any parents involved in that, right? Because he's got the camera there and he ends on that screen. So, like, I don't know what happens next. However, if you have a child who's in another seat, and we've all been there, if you've flown on a plane, chances are you've had a child who has been, you know, annoying you. Or, I mean, I've had lollipops on my sleeve. I've had, you know, feet pushing into me with the bottom of the shoes and I have a nice outfit on. You know, the kicking of the seat and things like that. And in most situations, I will ask the parent with kindness, hey, can we shift? Can we whatever? I may even try to distract the child. In the one that was rubbing my side, I said, is there any way that maybe you can remove her shoes? I don't care if her feet are on me, kind of thing. But we've all been there, and we don't bully the child, I would hope. I've been in a situation where I'm pretty sure the child had autism and the parents were struggling to be able to, calm the child down and get the child in a place where they were okay. And the child was like screaming for the iPad, and there was something going on there other than, willful disobedience kind of thing. And in that case, I didn't say anything because I knew that they were struggling and there was nothing of value I could do. And so, thankfully it was a 3-hour flight. If it had been 6, I would have dealt with it or maybe moved my seat if I could. Because they're children, and children are going to do what children are going to do. And we're supposed to address it with the parents, and some parents won't. Some parents will clap back. Some parents will be jerks. We can only do the best that we can to recognize, I hope, that children are not at fault for their behavior. The parents are. That comes down to the parents. Or in the case, the little boy who had something, I think he was probably on the spectrum. That's a little different, right? We don't ignite them. We don't bully them. We don't throw their toys. We don't do these things. And his level of toxicity, narcissistic behavior, well, let me leave you. I think I'm going to leave you. I might comment in. I don't know if I'll be able to help myself. And here he is, right? He's so annoyed by this child that he throws the thing back, right? And oh, wait a minute. He says something about it's Ramadan as well, racially motivated. How would that child know that it's Ramadan or that, where does that come from? So he's also trying to ignite and incite division. It's a little child. How would that little child have any perspective? I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean, we all know that, people who grow up with parents who promote racism are going to take on their views. However, we also equally know that most children who don't grow up that way are pretty well integrated and don't see people in color, that's something that's taught. It's not something that we are born doing kind of thing, right? That is a learned behavior. So where did that come from? Well, I put that in there. He does that a lot on his platform. Because he wants views, he wants attention, he wants to look some kind of way, he wants his following, and it's just disgusting, absolutely disgusting to me. I just, do you have thoughts about that? Am I missing something? Am I wrong? I could be wrong. I just don't think I am in this case. However, I'm open to the possibility always. I'm not the end all be all like he is, right? I mean, he's going to be the parent of the year. I hope he's sterile. Seriously, I really do. That should never reproduce. That should never be in charge of a small child or medium-sized child, a baby, another human, an animal, nothing. Let's watch the other video though. Oh my God. Snarky, sparky. I can't even dance because I just want to, no. So he was annoyed by a child putting a stuffed animal, stuffy in his face. Yet it's okay for him to do that on an airplane and okay for his friends to put their grubby hands all over a flight attendant. Is that what we call them now, by the way? I don't know. I'm saying that seriously. I don't want to offend anyone. It's okay for them to do that. That flight would be my worst nightmare. That would be my worst nightmare come to life right there. And I like to have fun. I just don't want to be trapped in it. I want to be able to leave when I want to leave. What do you think about that? What do you think about people who are allowed to just run around and post this stuff on the internet and make money off of harming other people? And it looks like with no consequence. Apparently, I guess that was in the newspaper, and he accused the newspaper of some sort of racism or something like that. Oh, I know what it was. they played a song, I think it's the Grenade song. I'm so stupid when it comes to names of songs. I'm not stupid. I'm not allowed to talk about myself that way. See, that's a boundary I have for myself. I think it's the Grenade song. And so I guess it became something about, on the plane, bomb threats, something like that. Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock. That would be the way that somebody would think about that. And it's not about racially profiling him, because his friends and the people who are, putting their hands all over that poor young woman and all of that, they're all different colors and, whatever. They're all doing this. They're all playing the song together. He, of course, made it about racism again. And that's not why I'm making this video. It's just to kind of highlight what we're allowing in our society and how devastating it is, and how parents aren't parenting and caring for their children. The way that those two women allowed him to scream and yell at that little child. I don't know if they're nannies. I don't know if they're parents. I don't know who they are. I have no way of knowing. But that we just sit back and allow these things and don't get involved to do better. I'm actually putting the name of his account here. And if you guys want to find him on TikTok and report his videos, so be it. I'm not sending you there. That's up to you, what you feel is the right thing to do, whether or not you want to. I just want to give people the opportunity to clap back over this kind of stuff, because I think that we need to be involved as a community, as a village. It takes a village to allow child abuse and to enable it. It also takes a village to stop it. Yeah. See you soon. Thank you so much for being here.